She gave us a list of possible topics. For some reason, we didn't pick butts, but...
I don't know what you were thinking. I feel like all I would have to say about butts is yes, good.
Right.
Would you rather have a butt or not a butt?
Yeah, exactly. See, it's obvious. A butt.
A butt.
And
Always
there we
a
go.
butt.
And we've done the butt episode.
No,
Would you rather be
so much more.
made of butts or not made at all?
Okay, that's a different question.
That's a good question.
I think David Cronenberg will answer that one.
Hello, everyone. It's me, David.
Hello, everyone in the world. It's Mike.
Secret guest, it's Olivia.
Oh,
Hi.
no, it's you.
Olivia's back.
Hi, Olivia.
Better than ever.
So, today, we're playing Welcome to the Microtheticast. That's what this is. It is a small version of the Hypotheticast. Just a little baby to tide you over until next week's full episode. We usually do a game of some kind on this show. Sometimes it's basically like another little segment. Today we're doing something new. It's called Moral Dilemma. It's a game that we actually found that comes in a box. It was made by Lion Rampart Imports. So that's them. Shout out to them.
Was it imported?
I don't know. That's their name. It's called Moral Dilemma, and how it will work is we have all selected some pre-written moral dilemmas that have two sides to them, two choices to make. They're a lot like Would You Rather, so if you are familiar with that other game that we invented called Would You Rather, this one will be easy to slide into. The twist is that the two prescribed options will be assigned to the participants. So if I ask a Would You Rather, Olivia will get A and Mike will get B, and then they will have to argue amongst themselves for an answer. And I can, chime in, but I'll start with a real light one. This seems like a good tone setter. You are the operator of an industrial-sized pickle plant. Do you, A, take out one pickle from every jar, saving you $500,000 per year, or B, maintain the current number of pickles in each jar so as not to break the pickler's oath?
Oh my God.
So, and now I will shuffle the cards labeled A and B and give one to Olivia and one to Mike. And those are the things that they have to argue for.
I am going to maintain that pickler's oath.
Good. Why?
Money is not the only reason to do things. And pickles are a deeply important part of people's lives. You can't just betray them by... who's to say you won't keep taking pickles out forever?
Yeah. One pickle
today. It's a slippery damn slope.
I'm just going to sell jars of brine soon.
Yeah. I don't see any reason why you would need to change your product. Yeah. Like, if it's a good product and you're already making enough money off of it, why change it?
Yeah.
I think the good reason to change it is because you could do so many more things with those pickles.
Uh-oh.
You know?
Tell me more.
Yeah. Like you could build yourself a pickle car.
Pickle car?
And it would run on pickles.
Like, I love the idea that you're not just not putting a pickle in, you're actually reaching in and taking one out, which completely removes all of the savings from this because you have created the product and now you're wasting it.
Yeah.
Wasting?
I mean using it for amazing pickle cars.
My option that I'm defending says take out one of the pickles from every jar, saving you $500,000 per year. Instead of me reselling those pickles in other jars, I want to find fun new uses for them. Let's make a tower to the moon. I think you could stack enough pickles up that they could reach to the moon.
Probably.
I think an average pickle, probably like 500 pickles.
Yeah. And if there's one thing I know about pickles, it's that they stack really well.
So easily.
Structural integrity, amazing.
If you align the warts just correctly, then they fit together like Lincoln logs. It's really nice.
This almost sounds like a sort of obsessive delusion. Like, if I align the warts on these pickles just right, I can get to the moon.
Well, I like that there's a guild of picklers out there that set the code for how many pickles should be.
Oath?
An oath. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I've gone rogue.
You're part of the Picklers Guild.
Yeah.
The Picklers Guild has some pretty strict punishments if you break the Picklers Oath.
Yeah.
So I am worried about what's going to happen to me if I go back on my word.
I'm not scared.
I think the law is better to uphold. I think Olivia's right.
They're going to come for you and whip you to death with pickles.
Pickle me up. I don't care.
Yeah, they will pickle you.
I'm not worried about it.
When you lose.
I'm basically part pickle anyway, with all the pickles I eat from all the pickle jars in my pickle plant. Brine is running through my veins, and I'm just going to take those pickles because let's face it, people can handle one less pickle from their jar if they knew that those pickles were being put to good use elsewhere. Because I'm also going to add a sticker on every jar that says one pickle from your jar was donated to help build housing for the poor.
Wait, but that's a lie. You were making a pickle to the moon.
Once I build my pickle tower, which will benefit us all because we know that the Earth is dying and we're messing it up.
And
if we move to the moon
by climbing the pickle
ladder,
tower.
Okay, maybe a ladder's more feasible. I don't know.
Let's pivot. It's a ladder. Still feasible.
Still feasible. After I do that, then we can build houses. We can maybe make an entire continent out of pickles.
Why not?
That's not being polluted like the ones we have right now. It won't melt. Pickles don't melt.
No way.
And it floats, so we can go wherever we want.
Mm-hmm.
Do pickles float like...
Sure.
Properly float up on top of the water versus like kind of bobbing?
It actually depends on the pickle. There's a lot of pickle qualities. I thought you would know this being part of the Picklers Guild, but
look, I just follow the rules that they tell me to follow.
Okay,
I don't go rogue like
I've
you.
I've been doing pickle experiments late at night, and I've found that certain pickles will float, certain pickles will not, and I will not tell you the secrets behind those pickles because I don't want you to get in trouble for them. One, and two, they're secret.
You know, I don't want to know. I don't want to be corrupted.
Great.
Well, I'm very happy.
I think we've talked enough about pickles. Good job, everyone.
Never. I'm gonna jump in here.
All right.
Ooh, this one's fun.
Oh, fun.
Your friend is a self-proclaimed environmentalist.
Okay.
He buys green stuff and doesn't own a car and walks everywhere and makes everyone feel bad about driving and for their life choices.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So your friend's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
However, this person also has 7 kids.
Oh.
Do you, A,
hypocritical,
mock this person to their face and call them a hypocrite? Clearly, the most environmentally friendly thing would be to have 0 children so that the world would be less populated. It is actually a true fact that the most green decision you can make is to not have kids. Or B, let them bask in their hypocritical glory.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I'm going to randomly give these out to me and David. David, you're option B, and I have option A.
I mean, haha, great. That's what I thought all along. So, obviously, you're not going to change this person's mind by making fun of them in front of their kids? That's the option?
It just said to their face.
Oh, to their face. I don't know why I assumed it was in front of their kids.
I don't know.
But, like, calling someone a hypocrite to their face, especially, are they my friend?
Yes, it does say your friend, although they're kind of a dick, so I don't know why.
So maybe, honestly, what I would do is just kind of let them bask and kind of phase them out of my life. That's my B. Unless they're real fun for other reasons, but they don't sound real fun. So, like, there's not a lot to redeem about this relationship. I don't think calling them out is really going to do anything except help me feel self-righteous, which isn't going to help anybody but me.
Okay, so I'm going to mock them, but I would rather light a candle than curse their darkness. So I think I am going to...
Are you going to murder their children?
No, I'm not going to murder their children. I'm going to say, hey, let's take a look at your life, person.
Yeah.
I think you need to look at the impact you're having. Maybe there's other reasons they have 7 kids. I don't know. I don't have control over their bodies. No. I shouldn't. But it is a very real impact that their kids are having. So I think it would be good to point out what they're doing. Hey, guess what? All those kids, they're going to make a lot of waste. So
they're doing it right now. They're pooping.
Maybe I could convince them to train their kids to be like a green army for environmental causes. Because if they're already so gung-ho about it, like maybe they can pass some of those good qualities on to these kids. I don't know if it's going to work. It sounds like they're very rigid in what they think and maybe are like not connecting their actions with what they believe, so much. But I feel like if I'm going to point this out to them and call them out, I should just be like, hey, make sure all those little kids of yours are doing zero waste stuff. Because it's a good mindset to be very green-minded, even if you are being a dick about it. Like, it's still good to do those things. It's not a good way to convince others. But if you've got kids, like, our kids are going to be the ones who are most affected by all this. So I feel like at least you could be mindful of that. But yeah, I'd like to mock them too because they sound like a jerk.
Yeah, they do. They sound like they need a comeuppance.
Well, it also doesn't specify that they've given up all plastic straws. So clearly they're not an environmentalist.
The environmental struggle of our time.
Yeah.
Plastic straws. Oh no.
Oof, what a time.
Yeah, I will gift them 7 metal straws for each of your children.
Here, climate change solved.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, I think it's better to just leave well enough alone. They're going to say whatever they want to those kids, and you can't change them. Just walk away and find a better friend.
Yeah, it's actually true that if you call someone out on something, like it doesn't usually change their behavior.
It does say that they are your friends, so to argue for yours a little bit, maybe there's some rapport there, and you might be, because like calling out a friend is a little bit different than calling out a stranger.
And my option does say mock them. It doesn't even say call out or invite in. It says mock.
You hypocrite.
Yeah. All right. I have a stack of cards I picked out. I took out the real dumb ones, but I don't know which one's going to come out.
Oh, fun.
So I'm just going to...
Yeah, I also just randomly chose
this one
my
down.
stack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Your mother has been in a car accident.
No.
She is unconscious. During her rescue, doctors discover that she is actually an android.
Yes.
Doctors and engineers put her back together. Do you, A, tell her that she is a soulless appliance, or B, keep the secret from her, but upgrade her cooking ability?
Oh, that's like...
These are some interesting options.
Okay, yeah, so both of those are offensive.
And I'm going to say, actually, add on to B, like, you can upgrade any of her abilities.
Yeah,
not just
ability.
cooking.
Okay, so give us our destinies.
Oh, yes. So
give me my destiny.
Olivia is A and David
Oh my
is
God.
B.
Okay, so I have to tell her she's a soulless appliance.
Yep. Those words.
You sure do.
David, why don't you start this one off?
You got it. So my mom's an android. That checks out. Like she has more energy than humanly possible for everything, and she is really good at cooking, so she doesn't need that upgrade. So I'm probably going to upgrade her self-care functions.
Okay.
She needs to just like get more sleep and like realize when it's time to stop sometimes, which I also is something I have a problem with. Yeah, I would not tell her because she probably already knows. Like she's probably like self-aware that she's an android, and if not, then it's not gonna bother her. Why? You just leave well enough alone. It's fine.
Yeah, so I don't know about that because androids can't give birth. So where did I come from?
Interesting.
So I need to confront her about this situation. Like clearly she's not my real mother.
Uh-oh.
So I would definitely have to confront her and say, you murdered my mother, you soulless appliance.
Yes, ramp it up.
You murdered her.
I don't know how you got me, but you're clearly not my mother, and I want to know what happened.
Yeah,
so
demand answers.
Yeah, I got to know.
Mm-hmm. My mom, she'd probably appreciate an upgrade. And also, I learned how to code, which is awesome.
I think there's just buttons that you push.
You just turn out.
You get an allotment of points, and you can upgrade.
You look on the back, and it says strength, dexterity,
charisma.
cooking.
Over time, you get to add more in.
Yeah, as she levels up, she gets better and better. And that sounds awesome. I would love to be a part of a loved one's growing experience as an android.
The loved one who stole you from your real parents.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that's what happened.
Maybe this is a special kind of android that can give birth vaginally.
That's so concerning.
Yeah, but hey, technology's come a long way.
I mean, there's already artificial wombs.
Yeah.
And their name is Helen Gutchy.
Oh, God. Okay, let's move on. All right, David, pick another one.
Yes. Due to incredible circumstances, you find yourself holding the arm of a man you have legitimately despised all your life as he dangles above a room of the living dead. In his pocket is a map to a cache of medicine and supplies. I guess this is also a post-apocalypse where there are zombies. Let's make that clear. Do you let him fall, knowing that what he has will greatly help your family and team? Or B, pull him up, getting the supplies, but being forced to let him join you?
So I'm B.
You are going to pull him up and let him join you.
Yeah, I think that I wouldn't mind having him on my team. What zombie apocalypses usually do is bring people together. They usually don't fight much. They usually share all the supplies that they have with each other.
The Walking Dead is a story about friendship.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of friends.
Yeah, just friends palling around.
Laughing in a fountain together. So I think that it would all be fine, and we could get over our differences. Like, if I've despised him all my life, like, I can probably talk it out with him. Like, what better time than, like, avoiding the living dead than to talk about, like, serious,
it's a good place to hash
entrenched issues that you have.
What you don't know is that this person is the originator of the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, no.
He was the one who started this all. And you know that he's completely unrepentant, or at least I do. And that he is going to use those medicine and supplies to create a larger zombie army for himself to kill the people he doesn't like, including me.
Wow, what a bad person.
I'm also not strong enough to pull him up. So this is kind of a twofer.
Choice. Mm-hmm.
So part number 1, he is going to murder me later. So I'm just going to let him go. But also part number 2, I physically cannot pull this dude up.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Look at his bicep. Can't do it. Bye.
There we go.
I mean, if he's going to make an army of the undead, I'd want to be on his side, I guess. So I'm happy to have him on my team.
But if he's dead, there is no further army of the undead.
I know, but I think the best way to fight the undead is with more undead.
Nope.
So he could take those
Fight
undead.
fire with fire. That's what they
And
do.
they could fight all the other
That just makes
undead.
more fire.
Yeah, but then eventually all the
Literally just
fire
makes
eats each
more
other,
fire.
and then all the undead
They fight.
is real
They
dead.
literally do fight fire with fire.
But guess what dies in that process?
Trees.
Yeah, and
And-
we're the trees in this situation.
I don't understand that connection at all.
Also, he hates you. He hates you so much. He wants you to
no,
die.
I despise him.
Yeah.
The man maybe is oblivious to my hatred.
No, he doesn't like you.
You're just making that up.
He doesn't
And
like you
he
personally.
smells, and he has cheese in his pockets.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I want that.
Yeah, two good things.
Save him. Pull him up.
Yeah, we're gonna just talk it out, I think.
Okay.
And
Well-
if it doesn't work out, well, I'll just kill him in a different way.
Throw him back into the pit
Oh, he
after
was a
5
zombie
minutes.
all along. Whoops.
As with every good ethical debate, there is no answer.
Let's see what I got here. This one is a real moral dilemma,
Uh-oh.
which you could face in your life
Oh,
someday.
okay.
The neighbors are at it again, yelling and screaming at each other at 3 a.m.
Oh.
They have these fights often. This time you overhear the husband shout, "I'm going to punch you in the fucking mouth if you don't shut up."
Whoa.
Do you call the police or wait to see if things escalate?
Oh my God. That is a real dilemma.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I got to call the police one.
Dang it.
Which is the one I would choose.
It's like the clear. Well, okay. So tell me why you'd call the police.
Because I
it's the
literally
right thing
would
to do.
call the police.
Okay.
I don't know if I've encountered this in my life. I don't know. I haven't. I mean, people have been loud, but I've never overheard a clear fight. And a clear physical threat is a problem. Like,
That's a
people
real
fighting
problem.
is not, you don't need to call the police on that necessarily. But, like, if it's a man and a woman fighting and someone's, like, uses a cuss to say they're going to hit someone, like,
Cuss.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's aggressive. It's aggression.
It's very.
Yeah, I mean, I would call the police. I just worry about the police because, I mean, I guess
Let me do this.
David gets to
That's my
decide why
only
not
right
to do
stand
it.
on.
So you go
The
ahead, David.
police are garbage.
That's what David
and
says.
the police will not help this situation. These people are probably just going to be, one of them is going to be taken to jail. Domestic violence is a real problem. I am not at all saying that is not a real problem. It is. I would probably also call the police as David. But a good argument for not doing it is that the police can be very corrupt and can do some pretty terrible things, including murdering that person, like maybe. So really, maybe just keeping a real close eye on it and seeing if it actually does escalate to violence. Something constructive that doesn't involve law enforcement coming down and taking someone away to prison, which doesn't help anybody. Something like that maybe
So,
might be
like,
better.
actual very real contribution here. Law enforcement does not always actually do anything
Yeah.
in
Also
these
true.
situations. So it's like definitely a real thing that a woman might call the cops and the cops would show up and be like, "Oh, he didn't hit you.
So
Too
we can't
bad."
do anything.
And then the woman gets retaliated against. So
Right.
it's like super dangerous for women to try and find ways to safely de-escalate or leave the situation, which is why this could be a fraught.
Yeah.
choice.
Absolutely.
So the two options on the card are call the police. We've decided why that might not be a good idea, or wait to see if things escalate. But what isn't something you, instead of just waiting around, just because this is a serious issue, what are some things you could actually do? You could try to have a conversation with the woman at some point. Like maybe not right then. I guess right then, like maybe getting involved is, I guess you could maybe bring a pie over. Just be like, hey,
Hey,
I
3
brought-
a.m. pie.
Like,
I made too
diffuse
much.
this situation. I've got leftover cookies. Like just to
Because at least
try
that
to
protects the initial
and you're not
act of
coming over to
violence
get
from
involved in
happening.
the fight. You're not being like, hey, get away from, because then that's maybe going to escalate.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely don't want to confront the aggressor because that goes poorly.
Yeah. So take that option A. Never call the cops.
Yeah, clearly that's what we're taking away from this.
That's what I've learned.
That was a downer, you guys.
No,
But
that was good.
It's called moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Okay. A man with a giant cowboy hat stops you on the street and asks you if you wouldn't mind holding his case of beer while he runs into the corner store to buy some lottery tickets. Do you, A, say yes and wait patiently for him to return, or B, say yes and then strut off with his beer? Those are your two options, guys. This is a real thinker.
Which one is for me? Yeah.
So Olivia has A, which is waiting for him to patiently return, and David has B, which is yes, and then strut off with that beer.
So what I noticed about this man is that when he turned to go inside this place, he has a Confederate flag as a cape. And I was like, you know what? Screw this guy. I stole his beer. Because I'm not going to steal a stranger's beer unless there's a reason to take revenge on him.
He has a giant cowboy hat. That's bad. That's basically a big Confederate flag.
It was a big red flag with also some blue on it. It was a Confederate flag on his cowboy hat and on his back as a cape. He's flamboyantly a racist. So I'm going to steal his beer.
Flamboyantly, what a delightful phrase. I don't like beer, so I would not take it.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, honestly, that's one of the best arguments. Is I wouldn't enjoy having that beer.
Yeah, I have no desire to drink it. It would just take up space in my fridge. Also, it's wrong to steal, even if that person is a bad person. Does it make a bad thing okay? Two wrongs don't make a right, David. You're right. We learned this in kindergarten.
Yeah, but maybe he's going to rob that store or just take a really long time. And I have places to be.
Wait,
the bus is going to come.
Hold on. How would taking his beer stop him from robbing the store?
It'll just make me feel better about taking it. And I do like beer.
Plot twist, the beer is racist.
Oh no, I pour it out and I stop on the can. Hey, everyone. You, listener, thank you. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear more or you want to talk to us or you want to submit questions to us or whatever, you can find us online in so many places. We're on Twitter at Hypotheticast. We're on Facebook at Hypotheticast. You can join our Facebook group called the Hypotheticast Fan Collaboratory, which is an idea vat for those juicy would you rathers and some submissions of all sorts. It's great.
It's way less gross than David made it sound.
It's about it's gross-ish.
No,
I think.
Put your
fine.
Brain in the vat of the Hypotheticast
Nice. Do that. Also, we have an Instagram, Hypotheticast_IG. We have an email address if you'd like to email us at hypotheticast@gmail.com, or you could just go to our website, hypotheticast.club.
Do it. Review us on the internet. Review us in a print publication. Review us in skywriting. But yeah, leave it on iTunes if you write a review or a star ranking so that people can find out about us. We like making this podcast and we like people listening to it.
Sure do.
So tell your friends about us. Why not?
Why not? If you want to listen to our episodes early, 7 p.m. every Tuesday, you can. What luck? On radio5watt.org. Radio 5 Watt is a local internet arts and culture radio station. Streams 24 hours a day, and they play a bunch of music from local artists, and they play our podcast, and they're going to be playing more podcasts, the word is. So get in there while the getting is good. 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights, radio5watt.org. We also would like to thank Jaden James and the Hunger for their song Killin' It from their album Raw, and thank you to Christian Hagen for his logo. Last but not least, we want to thank Olivia for being here again for another whole week. Wow. Thank you for participating in this ethical discussion with us and guiding us along the true paths of righteousness.
That's me.
That's you.
Yay. Yep. And for the last segment on Moral Dilemma in the Microtheticast, I present a moral dilemma and then we don't talk about it. So here's what this one is. True story. Nazis were the first to realize that smoking led to lung cancer and started the first anti-smoking campaign. That's true. But do you, A, feel like a Nazi if you were against smoking, or B, feel cool for copying the Nazis?
Feel cool.
Okay.
I will also feel cool.
Yeah.
Me too. Feel cool. Don't smoke.
Feel cool. Don't smoke.
Be like the... No, I can't say it.
I
can't say it.
Too much.
Feel cool. Don't smoke. Punch Nazis.
Bye.
I'm marching, cause I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
I stayed here for a week.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping on their couch, loving Joan.
Joan does love the couch, and by proxy, she would probably come to love you if you were part of that couch.
You know, she seems like a sweet girl. I think we could grow to love each other.
A deep, deep love.
She seems to follow her own moral code.
Be lazy.
I like that moral code.
So I think she did eat a mouse once.
Maybe.
We had mouse evidence, and then the mouse evidence went away. So
Yeah.
I assume it's something.
Something.
I didn't ask questions. I didn't ask questions to Joan about what happened. I just said, hey, Joan.
Well, no, you did. And she just held up one cat finger to her lips and said, shh.